Hi guys, now that we have seen what CodePen can do and what Udemy has in store for us, let's quickly see a course overview. And of course, just like when you purchase a book, you always see the table of content to see what all you need to cover and you can plan it accordingly. Similarly, this video will give you a complete overview of what this course is all about in different sections. So let's quickly see what we have the first item. So the first thing we'll cover is the string and the template literals. In this, we will talk all the additions that have been happening to strings and the new template literals that have completely changed how JavaScript strings work. So we will see all of that in this particular section. The next one we have is block bindings, how the let constant work and how you can make sure that your scope is correct for local function or probably a global scope. So we'll discuss all of that in the block bindings. The next we will cover is functions. Again, this is going to be a bigger section because it has a lot of things to cover, like REST parameters, spread parameters, a new keyword, new.target, and of course the arrow functions. So this is going to be a little lengthy but a very effective section. The next we have is the objects. We will talk about how to initialize, how to iterate, and how to read or probably write objects. All the additions that have happened in ES6. But don't forget, all throughout, practice your assignments, practice what I do along with me on CodePen. And of course, the questions are most welcome. Let's see the next topic, which is destructuring of objects and arrays. Now, again, the word may sound a little fascinating, but it is very easy to understand. So destructuring is very easy and very important, but it is very powerful as well. Let's see the next one that we're going to cover is symbols. Symbols are very efficient and they are added in ES6 for us. The next thing we're going to cover is sets and map. And people from other programming languages will definitely love this feature because JavaScript was missing it. And now that JavaScript has it, it makes it more powerful. The next one that we're going to see is iterators and generators. And we will talk in detail about how iterators work, how you can generate them and how to utilize them. And of course, don't forget to practice and make sure your assignments are done. The next we're going to cover is classes. And everyone who's coming in from the object-oriented background, they will relate to it classes and they will see what kind of power it brings to JavaScript as well. The next topic that we will cover is the improvements that have happened to the arrays as such. And again, these are minor improvements, but they are very powerful when you make sure you register them and you use them. The next one is asynchronous programming. These days, everything is more like an API or probably, a remote server call and things like that. So all of that will be covered, including the promises and async and await keywords will be covered in asynchronous programming. And the last topic that we will have is modules, unless there is a new topic that comes up that needs our attention. So in this modules topic, we will talk everything that you need to know about importing and exporting modules. Now, the most important thing in all of this is make sure to ask a lot of questions because there is no way that you can get through the course without having questions. So make sure you utilize the Udemy's platform to ask me and other experts in the whole community that we have of our students to make sure you ask your best questions. Now, it's okay to have dumb questions too. And don't hesitate to ask me. If you're shy of asking a question, make sure you do it in a private message to me. You can do that in Udemy as well. Now, that being said, make sure to answer questions that others might have asked because by answering, you will make sure that your concepts are clearer and you will also do more reading before you answer it. When someone has a question that you've already been through, definitely that will add a lot of value to them. And that's how we can make our community stronger. Now, all that set aside, if you really have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask me in the Q&A section. I love to answer questions and I want to make sure that we all are successful by the end of this course. So feel free to do that. And of course, if Udemy asks you for a rating or a review, which it may do beforehand, it doesn't even wait for you to complete the course. So please make sure you rate it appropriately so that it helps other students find this course too. And if you have any suggestions or feedback, I'll be very obliged to address them. So let's get started with our first lecture and not wasting any time. I will see you in the next class.